Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Let's take a look at the stocks. Let's take a look at the stock. Yeah, let's take a look at the stocks. Let's take a look at the chart. This is a chart that goes back about 6 years. It was 2 months ago that we settled above the 365.11 structure, then anticipating as our next long-term target, 5 to 8 month target or sooner, could be sooner, 527.33 anticipated. That is a 5-year channel top, well suited to contain quarterly, possibly annual buying pressures, and we are anticipating it as an ultimate outcome. By the way, I do want to mention, before I forget, and sometimes I do, that on Tuesday, Wicked Stocks put out a stock pick on XPeng, symbol XPEV. They're a Chinese auto manufacturer, EV manufacturer. They're also into robotaxis and robotics, et cetera, et cetera. We put out a stock pick on that. You might want to check it out. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So you can see it for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll also get Thursday's stock pick, and I imagine next Tuesday's stock pick as well, maybe with the 5 days. Anyway, also daily Triple Q daily SPY analysis. Anyway, this is the big picture on the way up. One of the reasons we're calling it 5 to 8 months is because there is this kind of 7-8 month rising channel top that contained the buying pressures about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and it's climbing. It's 496.33 all week long. The same structure on the daily chart is 490.29, and this has sort of slowed down the 527.33 objective. I say slow down because the last time we closed above this structure, we almost reached the channel top inside of 2 months. And so we're going with a longer term scope here. We've actually, as you can see, been locked in this two-sided framework for 6 weeks or so, the base of which is 414.77. So 414.77, I've got 414.92 here because that is the same exact formation, but on the daily chart. This is really our 2 to 3 week time horizon. 414.92 represents a base of near-term support, able to contain selling through the rest of November, and once tested, we can round up into the 490s again within 2 to 3 weeks. But if we close below 414.92, that sets up 383.09 as a 1 to 2 week target, and that is the 7-month channel bottom to the channel top at 496.33. And combined 383.09 with 365.11, you have a significant zone of support still that would be a 1 to 2 week target below 414.77, able to contain selling not only through the rest of the year, but well in next. From here, we can eventually make our way to 527.33. The only way in which I'm expecting 383.09 rather than merely allowing for it is if we actually do close below 414.92 today. Until then, we can quite easily round up into the 490s or higher. I say higher because when you take a look at this rising channel top, it is converging anyway, 496.33 with the 527.33 longer term structure by the end of the year. So, it's always a bit of a kind of a day-to-day event to see where everything falls into place, at least as far as our system's concerned.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Let's take a look at the near term. Now, it was late last week that we closed below the 455.52 rising channel bottom. That is our ceiling for the day and into later week. We have remained and still remain in a 3 to 5 day sell signal below 455.52 that anticipates 414.92 as a target. And if you're short still, you're taking profits at 414.92, and you can even reverse here. In fact, if you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, you would reverse, go long at 414.92, anticipating 455.52 within 3 to 5 days. Excuse me. If you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you're buying 414.92, anticipating upward rotation into the 490s within about 3 weeks, I would say. Once again, closing below 414.92, I see no good reason to stay long Tesla if your time horizon is only 1 to 2 weeks out, because over that time frame, I would expect 383.09, where we could bottom out through the rest of the year and turn higher again. Let's take a look at the upside. If we happen to close today above 455.52, we've got a good low for the week, and I would expect this 490.29 rising channel top yet again by the end of next week, combined with 496.33, its sister formation on the weekly chart, able to contain buying, through the rest of November, and we can fall away again from there. So we'll just kind of see how this plays out. Over the next 6 weeks, it converges with 527.33 anyway. But at this stage, the only way I'm expecting 527.33 near term, that is to say by the end of the year or sooner, would be a settlement above 496.33. Until then, 496.33 is a part of a range that begins at 490.29 that can contain buying on a monthly basis, and we can fall away again from there. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial and see the stock pick we put out on Tuesday on XPeng. You have a great day.